for you away on a shelf. I examined possible outcomes of phone conversations. What could I say? Could I show hesitation? What would you say if you heard my invitation? But it keeps me up at night, trying to gain some motivation. But as attractive as it seems, it shakes me up with fright. Cause the second time around could scar me up for life. Make me a daytime sleeper, a binge eater, alcoholic beverage addictions and strange fevers. Even with those types of consequences, my voice always tenses every time your name is mentioned. It's strange and bittersweet, but yet I feel complete. Could this be a self-inflicted torture performed? Cause this fortune I've known, but I've never owned. When I think that I'm right, man, I'm usually wrong. But the type to go with instinct and listen to songs, pretend that I could be that efficient with my expression. But all I know is that I felt a connection. And what did you think of my fucking intentions when I said you were the object of my affection? A deception of the embodiment of perfection, steering me in the wrong direction. Those deceiving eyes and smile seem worthwhile, I must say. You caught me off guard for a while. At first our union had no penalties, until I realized I've been sleeping with the enemy. I found myself cornered as she got colder. I could feel her cold blood when I used to hold her. Got to the point where I couldn't even support her. Loud voices and disorder, it all started falling apart in chronological order. Stuck at the border of anger and happiness, constantly arguing inside of my car's chassis. I asked myself this: miserable with her or miserable without her? Couldn't decide. Even after tea with the Mad Hatter, would have had better luck walking under a ladder. She tried wrapping me up like Chinese women's feet. I couldn't speak to those that came before she did. They were being mistreated. I was changing like the seasons. She was the fucking reason I totally transformed, and my friends couldn't believe it. I couldn't even conceive it. It appears I started to snap out of it, finally opening my ears, listening to the advice of my peers. One day she spoke, talking about she wanted to elope. I almost choked, put down my piece of cantaloupe and broke out the door. And that was it, no more contact. I jumped back to the life I used to lead. Indeed, these broads can deceive. Those deceiving eyes and smile seem worthwhile, I must say. You caught me off guard for a while. At first our union had no penalties, until I realized I've been sleeping with the enemy. Yo, when she told me, it was like the solid concrete from beneath my feet had separated like our relationship. Sweet beats of my heart were now tainted with argumentation on a communicative riff. I caught her drift as I placed my trust in the wind. Her scarlet letters sit enlarged by her subtle grin, drifting off from hearing her talk and conjuring up all sorts of questions like, when did this happen and who disrespected the bond? And please tell me why this had to happen to me. Cause I treated you sacredly, but mistakenly I had trusted you. Her twisted view of what she thought love was an abstract, subconscious thought of her childhood manifested. In other words, fucked up. With my luck, she blindsides my mind's eye. Well, I'm just trying to be the nice guy, her ally, while she was just pretending. I could have never depicted the bending of emotions pending into this painful ending. Those deceiving eyes and smiles seem worthwhile, I must say. You caught me off guard for a while. At first, our union had no penalties, until I realized I'd been sleeping with the enemy.
Enemies.